communion, I want us to think about something. This is our last worship service for the year. Uh, one of the things that I do at the end of the year is a reflection on my year. And if you're not careful, that reflection can lead to a reflection on more than just a year. It could be even your whole life. And then you start reflecting on more things, and then your thoughts wander. And you really need to be guided by God, because I went down some rabbit holes. I'm going to share with you. I started realizing very quickly I don't have control of a lot of things. Now, there were a lot of things I planned that happened, and I thought, you know what? This is awesome. Put plans in place, and they happen. But as Christians, one of the things we have to remember is that without Christ, we are nothing. And as we take communion, I want us to reflect on this. And I'm going to share a passage in the book of John, 19. Somebody who encountered Jesus, who actually expressed the same sentiment. In John 19, and in verse 5, it says that Jesus came out wearing a crown of thorns and a purple robe. Pilate said to them, "Here is the man." When the chief priests and the temple police saw him, they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate responded, "Take him and crucify him yourselves, for I find no ground for charging him." "We have a law," the Jews replied to him, "and according to that law, he must die, because he made himself the Son of God." When Pilate heard this statement, he was more afraid than ever. So he went back into his headquarters and asked Jesus, "Where are you from?" But Jesus did not give him an answer. So Pilate said to him, "You're not talking to me?" Here's the statement he made next. "Don't you know that I have the authority to release you and the authority to crucify you?" Pilate really thought he had the power. I've been here. I make plans. And I decide, this year, this is what I want to see happen. At the end of the year, you get a chance to reflect and do a self-reflection. And really look at what happened that year. And let's be honest. Without God, the things that happened would not happen. And the things that did not happen, I still take personally. I did this. I don't know why I'm learning these lessons over and over again. And then I reflect on my own walk with God and the areas which I failed. In my faith, in my purity, in my pride, in my anger, in all the different ways that I've sinned against my Lord. And yes, I should take responsibility for those. But you still, as Christians, have to remember, we are in a spiritual battle. And Satan is going to keep attacking and attacking. Because his ultimate aim is that you don't make it to heaven. You're going to experience death. You're going to experience health issues. And you're going to experience victories that Christ alone gives you through all of those. Brothers and sisters, Pilate recognized very quickly he had no power. Here's what Jesus said to him. "You have no authority over me at all," Jesus answered, "if it hadn't been given to you from above." I want us to remember this as we go to communion today. Even the death of Christ on the cross was from God for us. We are going to experience heartache. We're going to experience disappointment. We're going to have victories. But don't forget the Word of God as we reflect. Jesus has the ultimate victory. He reigns. He reigns. He rose from the dead. And because of that, we can take communion, we can worship together today. We can experience the life we have as Christians. If you're not a believer and you're here today, you have a chance because of Jesus' death. As we take communion and remember the body that was beaten for us, the blood that was shed for us, let's reflect on this aspect of what God does and done for us. Let's go to God.